Boom. As you can see, I don't have the biggest space here. But today I'm going to show you hip thrust variations with what I have and what you can do at home. First one, bodyweight hip thrust. Easy. Hip thrust, the glute, bamma chica. That's right, that's for damn sure. The second variation is a B stance hip thrust. Now this exercise is great, especially if you're not strong enough to transition into the single leg hip thrust. You can start with B stance hip thrust, and as you become stronger with this, then you can move on to the single leg hip thrust. The next one is the more challenging one, which is the single leg hip thrust. Not gonna lie, it's shit training at home, especially for me, because I get energy when I'm around people that are training. I get energy from other people, but this is the only option that we have. So there's no point worrying about what we can't have, and just appreciate what we do have and just crack on with it. These are 3 very easy hip thrust variations you can do just using your bed. Now, although there's progressions in there, after a certain time, you need a bit more intensity to progressively overload. Now, if you can't do that with weights, you're gonna have to adapt to your situation and make things more challenging by adding more volume, changing tempos, working on eccentric, concentric movement, adding some isometric holds, and also increasing the frequency of times you train that movement a week. But what you can also do is invest in some bands, and you can add the same progressions that I've just mentioned, starting with the bands with a basic hip thrust, and make your hip thrusts a little bit more challenging. A lot of people during isolation, and although we're quite far into it, are still panicking about losing muscle tissue, especially the girls with their bum. I'm telling you now, you can do enough at home to maintain the glutes that you have. If not, maybe even grow in some situations. You don't need much load or intensity to maintain muscle. Well, nowhere near as enough as you need to progressively overload and grow muscle. So just remember, whatever exercise that you're doing, there are always ways to be creative with progressions and to make it more challenging. Don't forget, when you're trying to grow your glutes, it's not just one exercise that does that. You got to try loads of different variations and work your glutes in loads of different movements to make sure you make the most out of your glute development. I'll give you an example. My glutes are on fire when I do exercises like frog pumps, where some of my friends don't feel it as much as I do. So this tells me every exercise hits people differently. Find what works best for you, what gets you most contraction in your glutes, and work on that. And the only way you're gonna do that is by trying lots of different variations. There is no perfect exercise for glute development. You gotta be hitting loads of different variations, loads of different intensities, and mixing it up and having some fun. Most importantly, progressively overloading. Whether that's changing tempo, concentrating on eccentric, concentric movement, or adding intensity. Peace.